first started high school, I remember my teachers provided me with a syllabus for each class. It was a requirement for it to be at the front of our 3-pound notebooks. If for whatever reason we lost it, 10% would be deducted from overall grade. On the syllabus, I could find all of the standard information, including class duration, attendance protocol, and what I could expect to learn for that semester. Most importantly, I knew the dates of the tests and what information I needed to study. I couldn't make any excuses when it was test day because the syllabus told me what was to come. But many of us still dreaded taking those tests no matter how much of a heads up we received. Most of us didn't take it seriously back then, and yet that test word is prevalent more than ever today. When it comes to public speaking, the stage is a test. Even though you have an ample amount of time to prepare, there are times where it seems like the same story plays out. Some prepare and are ready for the moment, some won't prepare and the results can go either way, and then some will sacrifice their morals in return, a shadow casts large over their reputation. In other words, they ultimately cheat themselves. There's a fine line between feeling inspired and paying homage versus presenting and taking credit for content that you didn't create. You would think that one will never attempt to do the latter, but sometimes we all succumb to being guilty of not thinking things through. We are surrounded by so much inspiration on a daily basis that sometimes it can be overwhelming to the point that you forget reality. I witnessed the circumstance as an audience member at a conference I attended about 2 years ago. I was listening to a presentation by a young woman, and it seemed perfect. Everyone could relate to the content. Every movement felt natural and she possessed so much charisma. Not once out of the 10-minute speech was I bored or distracted. She was that good, or so it seemed. A few minutes after the presentation was over, there was a small gathering of people outside the auditorium. When I went to see what was going on, it turned out that some audience members were upset with the woman's presentation. The complaint was about her stealing the entire presentation from a TED Talk, which many audience members were familiar with. I originally thought everyone was overreacting, but when I went to do some investigating myself, it became apparent that everybody was right on point. The woman had committed the ultimate mistake when it comes to public speaking, taking credit for content that she didn't create. So much time was put into copying everything from the original speech that she didn't realize she had stolen mannerisms, gestures, and even the flow of the originator. No thought was put into switching up those key components. The only evident change was naming the speech and rearrangement of some sentences. Now, on one hand, she did a great job of memorizing words, but it was an overall lazy effort. This conference was an opportunity to showcase her skills and knowledge. And who knows? Maybe some of those audience members could have booked her for future events, and she blew it. As a speaker, you should never take another speaker's material and use it as your own, especially without giving any credit. Even if you do give credit, at what point are you willing to sacrifice your originality? At what point are you willing to give up so easily and not put in any effort? Yes, you may be getting away with delivering great content at the moment, but as soon as someone calls your bluff, and yes, it's bound to happen, your reputation is ruined. Think of a little kid that keeps sneaking downstairs to get dessert before dinner. There's only so many times before you get caught with your hand in a cookie jar. You possess too much talent to settle for the easy way out. But in reality, stealing material is not the easy way out. It's hard to cover up, and it makes your life even harder once you get caught. Now, it may not happen right away, but eventually you will get caught, and you will have to pay the price. Don't lose your audience's trust because you don't want to put in the work. It's okay to seek inspiration, but always remember to give credit when credit is due. If you found this tip useful, please like it and share it. Comment on it as well and let me know what you think. Until next Monday, my name is Julian Leonard, and this tip was brought to you by the J. Leonard Group.